Fear of the unknown is the invisible chain that keeps you small. Most of life is lived in hesitation, in careful steps taken to avoid risk, discomfort or uncertainty. Yet the unknown is where growth, transformation and opportunity reside. When you stop fearing it, you stop limiting yourself to what is already familiar and you open the door to life in its full intensity. The unknown is not a threat, it is an invitation to step into your true potential. Fear is the invisible force that keeps you confined within the boundaries of what is familiar. When you cling to safety, you deny yourself the experiences that could expand your mind, strengthen your spirit, and reveal new possibilities. The unknown is not a threat to be avoided, but a space where growth takes root. Every moment spent fearing uncertainty is a moment wasted. For transformation occurs only when you move beyond the familiar and step into what you cannot predict. Growth begins the moment you choose to face the unknown with courage. It is natural to hesitate when the path ahead is unclear, but hesitation keeps you stagnant. The strongest people do not wait for certainty or perfect conditions, they act despite fear, knowing that every challenge carries the seeds of learning. By confronting uncertainty, you discover capacities within yourself that you never knew existed, and the limits you once believed in begin to dissolve. The unknown also fuels creativity and innovation. When you step beyond what is predictable, your mind is forced to see things differently, to solve problems in new ways, and to adapt rapidly. Comfort zones may provide stability, but they stifle imagination and prevent progress. True evolution, whether personal, professional or spiritual, arises from engaging with the unpredictable, embracing challenges that push you to expand beyond old patterns and assumptions. Trust becomes essential when moving into uncertainty. Fear diminishes when you have faith in your own ability to navigate change, to adapt and to recover from setbacks. The unknown is not a void to be feared, it is a canvas on which you can create, experiment and discover. Every misstep becomes a lesson, every obstacle an opportunity to strengthen resilience, and every moment of uncertainty a chance to refine your inner power. Ultimately, freedom lies on the other side of fear. When you stop fearing the unknown, life unfolds in ways you cannot imagine, offering experiences that deepen understanding, expand awareness and enrich existence. Fear no longer dictates your choices and possibilities multiply. The unknown becomes a friend, a guide and a doorway to the life you were always capable of living, if only you are willing to step forward. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the conscious decision to act despite fear. True courage arises when you acknowledge the presence of uncertainty and still choose to move forward. It is not about reckless action or ignoring danger, but about understanding the risks and deciding that growth, progress and discovery are more important than staying confined within comfort. Every courageous step strengthens your capacity to face the next unknown without hesitation. Deliberate courage is a skill that is developed, not a trait one is born with. It requires awareness of your own mind, your tendencies to avoid discomfort, and the patterns that keep you trapped in safety. By observing fear without being controlled by it, you cultivate the ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Each time you choose action over avoidance, your inner strength grows and the unknown becomes less threatening. Courage also reshapes perception. When you act in spite of fear, what once seemed overwhelming or impossible begins to appear manageable. Obstacles are no longer walls that block your path, but challenges to be navigated. The unknown transforms from a source of anxiety into a landscape of possibilities, and the very act of choosing courage changes the way you engage with life itself. Courage inspires others as well. When people witness someone facing uncertainty with deliberate strength, they are reminded of their own capacity to act. Your courage becomes a silent teacher, showing that fear is not a barrier but a signal that growth is possible. By embodying courage, you create a ripple effect that encourages bravery, resilience and exploration in those around you. Ultimately, courage is a daily choice, a commitment to step forward even when the outcome is unclear. It is not heroic in the way the world often portrays, but quiet, steadfast and powerful. The strongest people are those who embrace this choice repeatedly, understanding that each act of courage diminishes fear, expands possibility, and transforms the unknown from a threat into an opportunity for growth and freedom. Curiosity is the gateway to transformation. When you approach the unknown with a sense of wonder instead of fear, you shift your perception from threat to opportunity. The world is filled with mysteries, patterns, and possibilities that reveal themselves only to those willing to explore beyond what is familiar. Curiosity allows you to engage with life actively, seeking understanding instead of retreating in hesitation. By embracing curiosity, you become a student of life rather than a prisoner of expectation. Every unfamiliar situation, every challenge and every unanswered question becomes a chance to learn. Instead of fearing what you do not know, you turn your attention toward discovery, observation and inquiry. This mindset transforms uncertainty into a canvas for growth and innovation, where possibilities multiply with every question asked. Curiosity fuels creativity and insight. The moment you stop fearing the unknown and begin asking why, how, and what if, your mind opens to solutions that would otherwise remain hidden. Comfort and familiarity may feel safe, but they restrict your imagination and limit your potential. By welcoming curiosity, you cultivate flexibility, adaptability, and a heightened ability to see connections and opportunities that others overlook. The practice of curiosity also builds resilience. When you view uncertainty as a field of exploration rather than a danger, setbacks and failures become experiments instead of threats. Every unexpected outcome provides feedback, lessons, and direction for the next step. This perspective removes the paralysis that fear brings and replaces it with active engagement, turning challenges into opportunities for learning and growth. Ultimately, curiosity transforms the unknown into a friend. It allows you to navigate life with openness, energy, and confidence rather than hesitation and anxiety. By embracing the unknown as a mystery to explore, you cultivate a mindset that sees possibility where others see risk, turning uncertainty into a continuous source of insight, growth, and empowerment. Uncertainty is the soil in which creativity grows. When life is predictable, the mind becomes stagnant, relying on routines and familiar patterns to navigate the world. True innovation emerges only when the expected dissolves and you are forced to confront situations without ready-made solutions. The unknown challenges your thinking, pushing you to imagine, experiment, and create in ways that comfort and certainty never could. When faced with uncertainty, the mind is compelled to expand. Old assumptions and habitual responses no longer suffice, and new perspectives must be discovered. This pressure is not a limitation but a catalyst, awakening latent potential and prompting insight that was previously dormant. The mind stretches beyond its comfort zone, finding solutions, connections, and possibilities that only arise when the familiar is disrupted. Uncertainty teaches flexibility and adaptability. Creativity is not just about invention, it is about responding to the shifting dynamics of life with skill and awareness. When outcomes are unknown, every choice becomes an opportunity to test ideas, learn from mistakes, and refine strategies. This dynamic process strengthens your capacity to think fluidly, to adjust, and to thrive under conditions that others might find paralyzing. The unknown also encourages risk-taking, which is essential for creativity. Safe choices rarely lead to breakthroughs, whereas stepping into uncharted territory exposes you to challenges that demand originality. By embracing uncertainty rather than fearing it, you cultivate the courage to explore unconventional paths, experiment boldly, and push boundaries that confine the ordinary mind. Ultimately, uncertainty is not an obstacle but a teacher. It forces the mind to break free from routine, to imagine beyond what is already known, and to create solutions that are original and effective. The strongest and most innovative people understand that without uncertainty, creativity cannot flourish, and they learn to welcome the unknown as a necessary and vital part of growth and discovery. Faith in yourself is the foundation for navigating life's uncertainties. When you trust your own abilities, judgment, and resilience, fear loses its grip. Challenges become opportunities to test your strength rather than threats that immobilize you. Self-faith allows you to move forward even when the path is unclear, knowing that you possess the inner resources to adapt, endure, and succeed. Belief in your own capacity transforms doubt into clarity. When uncertainty arises, hesitation is natural, but trusting yourself provides direction. Instead of being overwhelmed by what you do not know, you rely on your skills, intuition, and past experiences to guide your decisions. This trust acts as a compass, keeping you steady when external circumstances are unpredictable or chaotic. Faith in yourself also builds resilience. Life will inevitably present obstacles, failures, and moments of disorientation, but a grounded trust in your inner strength allows you to recover quickly. Rather than succumbing to fear or regret, you confront challenges head-on, using every setback as a lesson and every difficulty as an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. Self-faith enhances courage. When you believe in your ability to navigate the unknown, taking risks becomes less intimidating. You act decisively, embrace challenges, and step into uncertainty with confidence. The power of faith lies not in eliminating fear, but in giving you the strength to act despite it, turning hesitation into forward momentum. Ultimately, trusting yourself is the key to freedom in the face of the unknown. When doubt no longer dominates your choices, possibilities expand. You navigate life with clarity, adaptability, and courage, turning uncertainty into a space for growth, discovery, and the realization of your true potential. The unknown is the ultimate teacher of resilience. When life is predictable, the mind and spirit remain comfortable, but they are rarely tested. It is uncertainty that challenges you to adapt, endure, and discover strength you did not know you possessed. Every encounter with the unfamiliar forces you to confront your limits and stretch beyond them, shaping a character that can withstand adversity without breaking. Resilience is forged in the crucible of unexpected circumstances. When outcomes are unclear or situations shift without warning, those who have faced uncertainty repeatedly develop the ability to recover quickly. They do not collapse under pressure or succumb to instead, they respond with clarity, balance, and determination. Each encounter with the unknown strengthens their capacity to endure difficulties and to keep moving forward, no matter how formidable the challenge. The unknown tests patience and flexibility. Life rarely unfolds exactly as planned, and the strongest people learn to bend rather than break. They adjust their strategies, rethink their approaches, and remain steadfast in pursuit of their goals despite obstacles. This adaptability is a cornerstone of resilience, allowing them to maintain stability in the midst of turbulence and to transform setbacks into opportunities for growth. Facing the unknown also sharpens mental and emotional endurance. When the outcome of a situation is uncertain, Every decision requires focus, self-awareness and composure. Those who embrace uncertainty train themselves to remain calm under pressure, to manage stress without losing clarity, and to act decisively even when the path is unclear. This inner strength becomes a foundation upon which all future challenges can be met with confidence. Ultimately, resilience is the gift of the unknown. It builds the capacity to thrive in conditions that would overwhelm the unprepared, turning uncertainty into a proving ground for strength, wisdom and courage. Those who learn from the unknown do not merely survive life's unpredictable moments, they emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable of navigating whatever comes their way. The unknown is a vast field of opportunity waiting for those willing to step into it. When you cling to certainty, you limit yourself to what is already known, restricting growth, learning and discovery. The moment you embrace uncertainty, doors begin to open that were previously invisible and possibilities emerge that cannot exist within the confines of comfort and predictability. Opportunities appear when you take action despite doubt. Remaining passive or cautious may feel safe, but it ensures that potential remains unrealized. The unknown challenges you to engage fully, to take steps that require faith and courage. Each step forward uncovers new pathways, ideas and experiences that would never have arisen in a controlled, predictable environment. Stepping into uncertainty fosters creativity and innovation. When outcomes are not guaranteed, the mind is compelled to explore new strategies, perspectives and solutions. Constraints imposed by fear of the unknown are replaced by flexibility and imagination, allowing possibilities to multiply. By embracing uncertainty, you discover options and opportunities that would remain hidden to those who avoid risk. The unknown also amplifies personal growth. Each moment of uncertainty pushes you to confront limitations, adapt and discover inner resources. Opportunities that arise from stepping into the unknown are not always comfortable or easy, but they are transformative. The challenges themselves become catalysts for strength, wisdom and resilience. Ultimately, infinite possibilities exist where certainty ends. The unknown is not a void to be feared, but a landscape to explore. Every choice to engage with uncertainty expands your horizon, reveals hidden opportunities and creates a life richer than what fear and predictability could ever allow. By embracing the unknown, you open yourself to the full spectrum of what is possible. Releasing fear opens space for life to unfold fully. When you are trapped by fear, your mind contracts, your actions are limited, and your awareness is narrow. Fear confines your possibilities to what is safe, predictable, and already known, preventing you from experiencing the vastness of life. Letting go of fear allows your perception to expand, revealing opportunities, connections, and experiences that were previously hidden by anxiety and hesitation. When fear is released, clarity arises. Decisions are no longer clouded by worry, doubt, or imagined threats. Your mind becomes alert, discerning, and responsive, able to navigate challenges with precision rather than reacting impulsively or retreating into avoidance. The absence of fear sharpens your focus and strengthens your capacity to act in alignment with your true intentions. Fear is only powerful as long as you feed it. When you stop fearing the unknown, life ceases to be a series of limitations and becomes a canvas of endless possibilities. Growth, courage, and discovery are not found in familiarity, they are born the moment you step into uncertainty with trust in yourself. The unknown is not your enemy, it is the path to freedom, expansion, and the life you are truly capable of living.